We have got to get to what seems like the week's biggest celebrity story. What seems like a sudden breakup between Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman, married for 19 years. Now, I got to get your thoughts on this breaking news out of Hello Magazine Canada edition. According to reports, Nicole and Keith had a prenup that included a quote unquote cocaine clause. So Nicole, according to this report, would pay Keith $600,000 for every year he stayed off the blow. What do you make of this? He could have made 11 million.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on your podcast. I'm a huge fan of this show. I listen all the time, so it's a real pleasure to be here. This is a big story, isn't it? So we'd heard rumors about this for a couple of months. So people in the business had been hearing rumors about this. And apparently, if you had reporters in Nashville, which I now do have, this was an open secret. Keith was seeing somebody, was with somebody. We do not have a name yet. We have some rumors about who we've got
a potential offender out there, but Nashville is where he and Nicole and their children are based.
Yeah, they're based there, and so this was an open secret in Nashville, and now it has reached all of us. It has reached the world. So although I am surprised, I think these two seemed a really steady couple. 19 years in Hollywood is a million years, and so I think we were surprised. However, people that have been in the know, people that have been the boots on the ground, they're not as surprised by this. They had a really, really messy start within months of their marriage. He was in rehab. They've admitted this. So they were married a few months, and he went to the Betty Ford Clinic and disappeared for a couple of months. So they've had a really rough relationship. And that's why I'm curious about the cocaine clause in the contract. Nicole knew very, very early on that Keith had demons, and I think throughout
demons. Okay, let's get into that, because I just columned on this over at the Daily Mail yesterday.
I read it.
And the word surprise keeps coming up among those of us who are talking about this for a living, if you can imagine. But I think, listen, I'm surprised it was another woman. You know what I'm saying?
It always
Keith does not present as the most heterosexual of males. Let's get real.
Well, a friend of mine was joking they're fighting over their hair straighteners today.
Yes, the hair iron, and who gets the colorist and all of this. But, to your point about the beginning of their relationship, they were engaged within months of dating. And shortly after the marriage, right when Keith entered rehab, they said alcohol, but his habits, extended to crack cocaine. A woman came forward, a young woman, a part-time model, and said she had been involved with Keith for several years, including during his relationship with and engagement to Nicole.
Yeah, absolutely right. This is the spin of Nicole Kidman. She's an expert in covering her tracks and covering her family's tracks. We still have never really got to the bottom of her and Tom Cruise's split. And so with a lot
And Tom was the one who left her.
That's
not
right.
the other way around.
Yeah,
now, the rumor about that has always been that Nicole was having a torrid affair with an incredibly at his peak Ewan McGregor, who could blame her, on the set of Moulin Rouge. Had potentially, allegedly, reportedly, she has always denied this, become pregnant with Ewan's child. Tom found out, and that was it. He dropped her.
Back then, I remember all those years ago. And so I think although we are surprised, when we dig a little deeper here, we're going to find out that we shouldn't be really that surprised at all. There's been some signals. They haven't been seen together in several months. He purchased a house by himself, which is never a good sign. I think she applied to move to Portugal, of all places, to become a citizen in Portugal. And he's not on that application. And so all the signals are there. We've done this a long time. And it's just like our real friends. It doesn't matter if you're a celebrity nationality or not. When you don't live with your husband, when one of you applies for a visa and the other one doesn't, it's not a good sign. I am told, though, exclusively that Nicole knows who the woman is. So even though we've not named her yet, we have some suspicions. We think it might be somebody that works with Keith, on the road with Keith, in his band. Nicole knows exactly who this person is. And this is what I think so interesting. If it was addiction, she's been there for 19 years. She knew this. This is something new. This is not him drinking again because she's been through that. This is not him abusing substances again because she's been through that. What is different this time? I'm told what is different is that he has fell in love.
Okay, to that point, now you guys may not be ready to name this person, but we're going to put our theory out there because she's all over Instagram advertising it. And we're going to show these reels. Her name is Maggie Bao, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, Baugh. And Keith is like, and this is what's surprising to me because, you know, Nicole really does infamously keep her image tightly locked. It's tighter than her face at this point. Keith is out there advertising this. The other night while performing live, he changed the lyrics to a song that he wrote for Nicole. These terribly written lyrics when they're trying to, Keith spelled it Tryna, when they're trying to get to you, baby, I'll be the fighter. That was for Nicole. He changed those lyrics to when they try to get to you, Maggie, and he's singing to her, his guitarist, I'll be your guitar player. So to me, it looks like he's rubbing Nicole's face in this public humiliation.
He wants us to know. He's been in the business a very long time. He knew that everybody was going to be at this show. It was the first show since the news broke that she had filed for divorce. Everybody was going to be paying attention that night. And he's a smart guy. He knows how to do this. He's very self-conscious too about his image. We've joked about his eyeliner and his hair straighteners. They're all true. He definitely spends a lot of time thinking about how he's going to come across physically and what he says. So he wanted us to hear that. We did hear it. He looked very smug about it when he sang it to her. And so now today it has exploded that maybe she is the one. I hit the phones. I called everybody I know and they couldn't confirm it. They said that there's another name. There's another name in Nashville. And maybe he did this.
Oh, there's another woman. There are two other women.
There might be two. There might be one. He might be sort of like throwing us off the track here. Celebrities enjoy all this. And so all my years working with celebrities as well as reporting on them, they enjoy the attention.
Oh, 100%. You know what's coming next week, Rob. Please respect our privacy at this most difficult time. Please. I mean, what do you have a theory or any boots on the ground reporting as to why Keith is so intent on humiliating the mother of his children this way? I mean, for any other reason, how about your children, you know, your teenage daughters? Why not like spare them this bullshit?
Yeah, you would think the kids, although Nicole has a very, very complicated relationship with her two children that she had with Tom Cruise. And so although she portrays herself very close to her kids that she has with Keith, there's lots of questions about her as a mother. I think here what I was told, and this is what made the most sense to me, is that he was just sick of being Mr. Nicole Kidman for 19 years, and now he's lashing out, and he is humiliating
her. Oh my
her.
God, if that's for real, grow up. She leveled him up. You know, he would still be slinging his wares in like honky tonks. Do you trust the seafood you bring into your home? Do you question ever the nutrition, the taste, or the sustainability? Well, have you tried Wild Alaskan Company? I have, and I love them. Wild Alaskan is the best way to get wild-caught, perfectly proportioned, nutrition-dense seafood delivered directly to your door. Their fish is 100% wild caught and never farmed, which means there are no antibiotics, GMOs, or additives. You are just getting clean, real fish. And you're also supporting healthy oceans and fishing communities. Wild Alaskan fish is frozen off the boat to lock in taste, texture, and nutrients. It's sustainably sourced and wild caught from Alaska, and your membership delivers flexible shipments, expert tips, and truly feel good, taste great seafood like my favorites, sockeye salmon and Pacific cod. You can try it risk-free, 100% money-back guarantee. Not all fish are the same. Get seafood you can trust. Go to wildalaskan.com/nerve for $35 off your first box of premium wild-caught seafood. That's wildalaskan.com/nerve for $35 off your first order. Thanks to Wild Alaskan Company for sponsoring this episode.